Welcome to another episode of Theological Pipe. News, culture, sports, politics, and everything else from a theological perspective.
It's all summed up in love.
What should I do? Tell me.
God is good.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace. Give me peace.
Put that in your theological pipe and smoke it.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Theological Pipe. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching, just click subscribe or like or comment. If you're listening on Apple or Google or Spotify, thank you as always. I'm just going to talk a little bit about something that's going to happen in the future, specifically on November 4th, the day after the election. And I know a lot of people are talking about, or the media is trying to convince you that after the election, there may be days or weeks that we don't know who the winner is because of mail-in ballots and all the confusion that's going to be happening. And of course, the media is doing their best to make everything crazy, just like social media. I want to talk about the day after the election. And I've said as we lead up to the election on November 3rd, I'm going to do my best to not really talk about politics too much. There's tons to talk about. We can talk about Trump's rallies. We can talk about Biden putting a lid and not having any public events for the next 9 days leading up to the election. We can talk about Hunter Biden. We can talk about Vladimir Putin. And now he's, saying that Biden's sons, Hunter Biden's emails didn't mean anything, and now people are touting Putin, who before they didn't like him. And we can talk about all the craziness that leads up to the election. We can talk about Amy Coney Barrett being confirmed today to the Supreme Court. And if you want some of that stuff, there's plenty of other places to get that. Again, I'll talk about possibly as we get closer, maybe do a podcast on the positive and negatives of both candidates. But what I wanted to do is, as we lead up to the election, is not talk about politics so much, because I think we're inundated with it, and it's divisive, and it's not fun. I'll give you an example of why politics, I don't want to say bores me, but just frustrates me. No matter what you say these days, if there's any kind of hint of politics, it turns into a fight. It turns into craziness. There was a case on Facebook. A friend of mine posted something to the effect of, "Hey, people on the left and the right, let's stop this hyperbolic overreaction to everything. It's not the end of the world. It's not Armageddon. It's an election." And so I just posted, because I agree, I posted at the bottom of it, or in a response to what he said, I said, "Hey, I heard that the day after the election, the sun is going to come up. At least that's what I heard," or something to that effect. And I was saying that after the election, the sun is going to come up. And that's what I wanted to talk to you today about is, do you know what's going to happen after the election? The sun is going to come out. Now, I put that comment on my friend's Facebook post just as kind of like a little wink. Hey, do you see I'm being funny here? You know what's going to happen the day after the election? The sun's going to come out. Meaning, we're going to go about our lives. And what happens? Arguments. Not for everybody. The sun's not going to come out for everybody because these people are going to do this. Oh, yeah, well, what about these people doing this? Well, Black Lives Matter and Antifa are going to riot. Oh, yeah, well, what about white supremacists? They're going to riot. And missing the whole point of the post and the original post is what happened. And I just think that's what politics does these days. And it frustrates me on a couple levels, frustrates me as a believer, because I see believers doing that as well. I see believers in God, Christians, just people who believe in a higher power, who will say God is in control, that say God is sovereign, that say God knows what he's doing, and then be really, really concerned about this election. I get it, but I don't. I'm not saying don't be concerned. I'm not saying don't go out and vote. But I'm saying is, after the election on November 4th, the sun is going to come up. The sun is going to come up every day. It has every day, and it's going to continue to come up. And when it does, when it comes up, that's your opportunity, whether you're happy with the election or not happy with the election. That's your opportunity to go make the changes that you think need to be made. Stop putting your hope in a politician or a political party. And if you are one of those people that don't like Trump and think that things are going to be automatically different if Biden is elected, you're kidding yourself. And if you think that things are going to be amazing and continue to be amazing if Donald Trump is elected, you're kidding yourself. What we should be doing as individuals, as human beings, as Americans, is saying, the change that I want, I'm going to go make it. And I'll use the simplest example, and I've used this before. There's too many homeless people in the United States of America. Now, the United States of America is blessed. The poorest people in this country are the richest people in the world. And if you have $1 in your pocket, you're one of the richest people in the world. And I can't. You can go look up these figures and facts on Google or Yahoo or Bing or DuckDuckGo. Use whatever search engine you want, and you will see that the people that live in poverty in the United States are in the top 40% of the richest people in the world, 20% of the richest people in the world. The United States is blessed. But even so, I don't like what I see in some of the inner cities in the United States of America. I live in Oklahoma, near Tulsa, and I go downtown sometimes and I see homeless people. I don't like it. I wish that in the United States of America there was no homeless people. I wish that homeless people were never cold and were never hungry. And so what am I going to do as a believer? What am I going to do as an American who sees that as an issue that I don't like and that needs to be addressed? Am I going to wait till the election and wait for Joe Biden to be elected so then we can take care of homelessness? Or am I going to wait until Donald Trump comes so then we can create a bunch of jobs and take care of homelessness? Or am I going to get my lazy butt up and go pack some sandwiches and collect some hoodies and collect some coats? Or am I going to go downtown and start handing those things out to homeless people to help them? At least I know I can do that. I don't need a government to help me help people. I don't need a government to help me love people. I don't need a government to help me get educated. I don't need a government to help me do the 1,000 things that I'm going to complain about. Think about what we complain about. Go change it. The United States is supposed to be a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So go make the change that you want to make. Go be the change that you want to be. And I've said that before, that John Mayer song, I'm just waiting for the world to change. What are you waiting for? Go do it, right? Because here's what's going to happen after the election. The sun is going to rise. And if the sun rises and you wake up as someone who's a Christian, as someone who believes in a higher power, I believe this, that if you wake up tomorrow, there's something that you can do. You can go make a change. So go make that change. Be that change. So I don't know if to me that's an encouragement thing, and that's like a kick in the pants thing. Number one, the day after the election, the sun is going to rise. And after the election, regardless of who's elected, I still can go out and make a change. I can still go out and love people and take care of people and help people and comfort people and listen to people. And it doesn't make a difference who's in the White House. It doesn't make a difference who's on the Supreme Court. It doesn't make a difference who's in power in Congress and what you think of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Mike Pence. Who cares? Again, as a Christian, I pray for all of them. They're our leaders. I want to pray for all of them that they have wisdom and they do the right thing. Most of the time they don't, but I pray that they do. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wake up. The sun is going to come up. Go out and make a difference. So after the election, the sun is going to come up, regardless of who's elected. And so if the sun comes up, we have an opportunity to go make change and to go be better and to go love people and to go serve each other and to go take care of other people. And that's what we should do. So as the election comes closer and the hyperbole is ramped up and the divisiveness is ramped up and all the different reports are coming out and all these different, you know what? Listen to them or don't. You do what you want, But what I would say is make it a point that when you wake up and the sun is up, because the sun comes up every day, go do something. Go do something to make the world better. Go do something to make your world better and to make the people around you better. And I think you'll be better off for it. The world would be better off for it. Stop waiting for the politician to make the change. Because I want to tell you, over the past 10 years or 20 years, we've had instances where the Democrats have controlled the House and the Senate and the presidency, and things didn't really change. We've had instances where the Republicans have controlled the House and the Senate and the presidency, and things really didn't change. Things change when we change them, when we change them as individuals, and they change when we start loving each other. They change when we start taking care of each other. I'm not saying you can't make change other ways, but that's not a good way. Make change with love, make change with compassion, make change because you want to help people, and I think we can do that. So I guess that's your theological pipe moment. Put that in your theological pipe and smoke it. it. Again, if you want, political and divisiveness, man, there's other podcasts you can listen to. I'm trying to be positive, and it's hard sometimes on both sides because it's crazy. So maybe unplug social media every once in a while. Don't go on a friend's Facebook post and say the sun is going to come up, because even that, for some reason, is divisive, and that just blows my mind. But the sun is going to come up. It comes up every day, and that's an opportunity for us as believers to go out and make a difference. So put that in your theological pipe and smoke it, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be nice.
Well, bye.